All right, let's talk about visual attractors. All right guys, welcome back to another trapping tips here. Today's tips brought to you by Cloudy Skies and Alfalfa. Today's trapping tip we're gonna do is called visual attraction or visual lure or whatever you want to call it. Eye appeal. It's called a lot of different things. We're out setting some predator traps. I've got the kids with me behind me, and we're hiding behind the Ranger because it's pretty windy out here. So I wanted to start with a quick story. I was out in the desert, out trapping one day, just actually scouting for new ground to trap, and I get up on top of this ridge. I'm in the sagebrush and rim rocks, and that's it. And I'm driving my pickup, and I get on top of this ridge, and I thought, what in the heck is this? I seen something that I thought might have been an old Native American Indian burial site. And so anyways, I drove up there, and it was about 5 feet off of the side of the road. It turned out being a cubby set, a bobcat cubby set. And the reason why I knew that is because I looked down and there was a crow caught in one of the traps going in the entrance. That trap at each end, it looked like. I didn't even get out of my pickup and look at it, but rolled down my window and looked. But this thing had Christmas garland, you know, the stuff you hang on Christmas trees, and you could see that thing from a mile away. My point here is you could see that thing from a mile away, and this was on public ground. And there was a ton of eye appeal. The cubby set alone's eye appeal, but they hung garland on there. I have no idea if they ever caught anything or not besides the crow. But eye appeal doesn't have to be that loud and that big. If you're not setting your traps in an area where the animals are already walking or close to, then you're kind of missing the big picture of what we're doing. We're out here, we're funneling down where the animals are going to be stepping anyways, and then we're setting traps there. So eye appeal can be very, very, very subtle. So right here behind me, I got a little dirt hole. I'll show you, get out in the wind. See that? That's eye appeal. Just one little hole. You can see it. I'm about 15 feet away, and I can see it just fine. So what all can we use for eye appeal? Actually, I'm going to get in the back of the Ranger here, and I'll show you a couple of things that I use. Allie, will you come back here and grab this video camera? I'm going to get out some of my tools and my gloves. So this is what I've been using, setting traps today, using for eye appeal. One of these is that right there, a T-bone. T-bone goes into the ground that far, and it works really good for eye appeal. That is my most productive bobcat set that I have, is a walk-through T-bone. The other thing I got right here, some feathers. These are chicken feathers. It's illegal to use anything besides non-game species. So that's chicken feather. I grabbed those from off the ground at my house. Here's a great one right here. I pick up, these are my bait gloves, so I pick up scat, coyote and bobcat scat. That's really, really good eye appeal. Little tuft of sheep wool, like maybe this much of it's poked in somewhere. Here's another one, chicken eggs. I might put one eggshell near a set. It doesn't take a whole lot of eye appeal because you're already putting your trap right where the animal's walking. Let me get right behind here. I'm going to take a look. This stick, we found this stick on the side of the road. It was not anything special. This stick is excellent eye appeal. I'm just going to walk over here and set it down. I'll give you the example of what I mean. So now that stick I'm about 25 feet away from it is eye appeal. It sticks out in the travel way just a tiny bit. What I would do is I would have a trap set on the end of it. I mean, I'm going to go set a trap and use it, so I'll show you what I do. But I'd set a trap right on the end of it and put some sheep wool in the end of it and some lure or just coyote urine, and it would work fine, pass through. So that's another predator set, eye appeal. Let's talk about maybe some water animals. What are we going to use for eye appeal there? Everybody knows that you use you can use beaver feed sticks. You know, use that with a little bit of attractor on their lure. How about a castor mound? Castor mound is huge eye appeal. So maybe let's talk mink and muskrat. What's good eye appeal for that would be maybe like a pocket set. You know, a hole right at the top edge of the water. That's really good eye appeal. That works for river otters too. So don't ever underestimate eye appeal, but also don't think it has to be something that's big, because if you're using something that's going to bring animals in from 100 yards away, it's not very likely. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. One thing that I do use for like a bobcat, if I ever use flagging, which I frequently do, is I have some pillow stuffing. Let's see if I got any in here readily available. It's a synthetic deal, and we're able to use synthetic, all natural stuff. We can't use anything else. I just got sheep wool. We're still a month out from bobcat trapping, so I don't have any of that yet. Oh, I know where it's at. You guys are standing right on my box. Jump off. Cooley, why don't you hold this camera for me? Okay, so here's another thing that I use. It's this from last season. If I'm all out of underalls, I'll use this for an underall, or I'll use that hanging in with a piece of wire in a tree, and underneath a juniper tree, a green tree, that white really stands out. It works as a great flag, eye appeal. Like I said, I don't use it too much. Eye appeal is okay, thank you. So I guess all in all, there's a million things we can use for eye appeal, and when I first started trapping, I thought it had to be something huge, major, big, that was going to bring a coyote from across the field into my trap. And once I figured out that I was setting my trap in the wrong spot if I was trying to do that. Once I figured that out, I started getting a few more numbers. So all in all, eye appeal, I use it at almost every set, minus a trail set. That's the only thing I don't use it on, or a snare set. So it's a really good thing. If you can figure out how to use these tools, they will help you along the way. So I hope everybody liked this trapping tip. Remember, we do them once a week, every Tuesday, and we are starting our trap line out today. So we've got probably a dozen snares or 15 snares set, and probably about that many traps set so far today, and we're rolling. We're going to keep on going. I'll try to get a few more, and within a week or so we'll have our first trapping video of the season. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.